So I'm just gonna have to start this off with a disclaimer once again because I want people to realize that this is just me and Keen's perspectives of
Yeah,
horror
this is both of
in
our
general.
opinions.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and we'll probably make mistakes like we did in the last video. So also the last video was really unorganized, but we have a script now, which I'm actually reading off of right now. So yeah, we're just gonna begin. Just watch the video. Hey guys, so me and Keen missed a few details that we should have included in the last video, so we basically just made this second video to correct some errors, and that's that. Yep. So, anyways, let's begin with the first thing of the horror game, which is the setting. And the setting is really important because you need to decide where the game takes place and then build the game around that. So, basically, if you want the game to take place in a hospital or hotel or something like that, or yeah, then you need to make the game. You need to make the game. The thing. And you need to make the game. Like, where is it? And you meet. What? Why am I having so much trouble? When you make the horror game mainly centered around that thing, it's pretty important to do first, by the way. So if you don't do it first and just start making the game without thinking about the setting, then you get kind of stuck, and you can't really change your mind later on. So yeah, it's pretty important.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Damp and I did miss a few details, but no worries. This video will contain more info. So we're gonna go with the atmosphere. You so you really need so you need some really good
Now you know the
atmosphere in a
struggle.
horror game because it makes the game look and feel more immersive, like you're actually in the experience. Atmospheres are important because they can fit with any setting. For example, Still Wakes the Deep. I know that Still Wakes the Deep is not a Roblox horror game, but still, the game takes place in an oil rig, and there's a ton of fog covering to the point where you feel like you're very far away from any contact of humanity. It makes you feel alone and helpless. You can also make the atmospheres like you're alone, but you feel like something is watching you. The part where you feel like you're being watched can work with ambience noises. The ambience noises exist to make you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, and just feels like something is approaching you, but yet nothing even came.
The next thing on the list is the gameplay, and the gameplay is very important because I mean it's the game. I mean it's like the main part of the game. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, so the first thing of the gameplay is probably the suspense and stuff because you need the suspense for the game to get more unsettling. Like you need to give it more time to get scarier. If you just flash everything to the player once, like it's just stupid. Don't do that. It'll remove the suspense, which is like super important for making the game scary. Because like what I just said. The second thing about gameplay is to make the player feel alone. Because even if you add multiplayer, you can add events that only happen to one person at a time. So like hallucinations, and it makes them feel isolated, and it literally makes them go insane. Because like me and Keen made a game. You might have heard about it. It's
Yeah,
Elevation,
you might have heard of it.
and
Like
it does the same thing.
yeah, I
There's
literally
stuff,
saw something, but no one else saw it. I saw it by myself.
yeah, and you like hear things. Like we had people test it, and it actually just made them start hearing things.
It's like schizophrenia, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, so the next thing about gameplay is to make it like an actually scary game, and not like Doors with the puzzles and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
you
Doors is
can
not
still
good.
like, yeah, you can still like put puzzles, I guess, but like you need to make the main game focused on horror, because it's a horror game, and not other goofy side quests. I mean, if you're gonna put that kinds of stuff, just make it like about the lore of the game, so like the game doesn't get boring and there's still like sustenance
Don't
and
add
stuff to
don't
uncover and
add
see.
things that don't matter in the game, like not like
Yeah, like
focused
don't
around the entire game.
yeah, don't put redundant stuff. And yeah,
Don't put filler stuff in the game.
Now, you can't scare someone forever, obviously. So, adding stuff like creepy Easter eggs and badges and stuff like that can help make the game less boring. So people have something to like. You can't just make it too repetitive, or else players are just gonna be like, "I don't want to play with you anymore," and just throw you into the trash can. So no, that's not ideal. You're gonna want to make it like put some stuff, you know.
Alright. We're gonna be talking about the very most important part of what makes a horror game like scary. The monsters! The monsters are the main reason why horror games are scary. I'm gonna split the categories of what makes a monster into four. Number one, designs. You need the monster to look as inhuman, incomprehensible, and unknown as possible. Like make the monster look horrifying as possible. If you want to make an entity that is blind, make the eyes look stitched or both eyeballs sticking out of the sockets. If you want to make it look incomprehensible, you gotta like distance yourself super far away on how we recognize human or animalistic features. I mean animal features. We recognize eyes, nose, ears, mouth because those features are always in every animal. I don't know about that, but it still counts. We recognize arms and legs because it's for walking, running, swimming, etc. Try removing any features we recognize or make those features look inhuman, like many rows of teeth, small pupils, and then huge sockets, a really unhinged mouth, etc. Also try to make it move on inhuman, like floating, teleporting, or vanishing.
Hey guys, real quick, this is post editing. We're in the middle of editing. We forgot to say for the entities, for the monsters designs. Oh, you gotta make it. You can't make it cool. Okay, you gotta
You gotta make it scary.
make the monster.
Get that in your head.
Yeah, you gotta make it a monster scary design. Okay, don't make it cool like with all kinds of like effects and stuff. Okay, you gotta make it scary,
don't.
like actually scary. So yeah.
Two, mechanics. You need mechanics that's hard to survive, but not too much because that'd be too annoying. You gotta make the monsters look and feel powerful, like they aren't bounded by the games that they are inside of. Like they know that you're watching them through the screen, like they can actually talk to you. Monsters that do that in a game make them feel more alive, like they're sentient beings. But you don't have to make all monsters talk. You can make them not say a single word to make them like feel soulless. Example is rooms. The monsters are scary, yet they don't even speak because, I mean, the monsters are scary, yet they don't even speak to you because you're too afraid to die to them. Number three, jump scares. You need to make the jump scares really loud, but but not like ear damage. Make it loud, but just don't make it like hurt you. Well, I mean, not like make you go deaf. That's like illegal. Just make it scary and make it pretty quick, or just don't add a jump scare at all. Like rooms, another
Guys,
example.
Guys, ignore
It's
the
just allowed.
the Discord thing. Ignore that.
Yeah, please ignore those Discord things. It's just a loud sound that plays for like a few seconds before cutting. Rooms is simple but scary. Number four, the last one, sounds. Either make the monsters emit sounds so you know impending doom is coming, or just don't make the monster play any sound so it's more unexpected. Make the sounds unsettling and scary as possible. Also make the sound get scarier when the monster is getting closer to you.
Yeah, so like if it's near, then it gets scary. If it's like distant, like you
It's
can't.
kind of scary. Like it's a warning. The sound is basically like a warning. It's like a siren
Yeah.
before the tornado comes.
Exactly. So yeah.
Moving
So
on
the
to
next thing,
details.
we also got the details, which basically means like how you want the game to be stylized. So you can do like an old looking game, like a simple
For like
looking game, or
2007.
even a futuristic one. It doesn't really matter as
Mhm.
long as it adds like to the atmosphere and like brings the whole game together. I think it's important to not focus too much on the details though, and mostly just the horror part of the game. Because like rooms, For example, of rooms. It doesn't put a whole lot of effort into how the game looks, but it still checks all of the boxes on like main horror movies, like the horror part, which is important. More important than how good it is. Now, obviously, I'm not saying to not put any effort. It's actually preferred if you made it look more realistic and stuff. I'm just saying that it's not really a requirement, and you should make it match the game style.
Alright. Now after that, let's actually move on to like the main game. Okay, so the main game has to be good. There has to be like a lobby. The lobby has to have a good atmosphere, good design as well. Also, do not add advertisements all over the lobby. Like, dude, first of all, money hungry. You really think advertisements are gonna make your game better? Just let the players play the game, the damn game, and not add too much advertisement. Just let them enjoy the horror, not like 1 billion million jillion gazillion ads, bro. If you add advertisements, you should kill you.
When you make the actual game, make sure to never spoil the game. Never spoil the game too much in the picture, in the thumbnails and icons, because the whole point is going in blind, because that makes the game feel more mysterious and unexpected, which obviously is scary. So if you put the monster and stuff in the thumbnail, then people already know what to expect and stuff. So yeah, just don't do that. Also, don't make ridiculous game passes that are too OP or just plain stupid. Like
plain stupid
to kill the monsters, kind of like George has the crucifix. Like, the monsters need to make the player feel like they're unsafe. They
like
them...
overpowered,
yeah, but
a feeling of dread. I don't know.
Yeah, but don't make the player feel like overpowered against the monster.
Like, dude, freaking these things came out of nowhere, and we humans do not know what these things actually do. Like, they don't know how they hunt. They don't know how they move. They don't know if they're aggressive or not.
Exactly.
Like, it's unknown what these things are.
Let's be realistic.
Like, they could come from any universe, and we just don't know what.
These are literal beasts. These are beasts. Let's be realistic here.
Either these are like godly beings, or like demons from hell that came out of a crack in the earth, and they're wreaking havoc on our planet.
If you saw
Speaking of planet,
that's for later. We don't talk about that right now. But
yeah, we don't talk about that.
If you let's be realistic. If you encountered a demon, who do you think wins in a fist fight? Obviously the demon, right? It's it has so much more power.
It's like 7 feet tall and has longer limbs for longer reach. So you're not gonna be able to run away because it has long legs, cover more ground distance. It could catch you up.
Encountering a bear.
Yeah, it's like encountering a bear. Like, the bear is heavy, big, overpowered, but the demon is probably even stronger. Like, dude, that thing could probably carry like a ship.
Exactly.
Like, we don't know what it could do.
Exactly. But yeah. So that's pretty much that's actually pretty much the entire video right there.
Yeah, that's the entire video. I hope it helps. If you don't agree, then so be it.
Yep. If you don't want our help, that's too bad. So sad.
You're gonna get your game to die.
Yup, your game's gonna die. Anyways, so thank you for watching. If you did, if you didn't, you should die. And
okay, that's it.
that's the end. Bye.
Last note: if you add advertisements, you should